Andrea Lopez is back, y'all.
I'm going to take my top off.
Yes. Oh my God. Have you turned over a new leaf? Are you going slutty? That would be amazing.
I know. I feel like I'm surprised it didn't happen in the 3 years I worked with you because
I was trying to cover. I mean, we did everything. We went like dressed like hoes out to Alien Stock or Area 51. We had America's #1 porn star on who was giving alien blowjobs. And then what were the times? I feel like there was a couple times like you and poor Leslie prayed. I'm trying to think of what was that's how.
Well, that's when you brought Sage into the studio and we were like, oh my God, she is sacrificing a rabbit.
Oh my God.
There was that time.
You guys, I had on a shaman. Okay, this chick that was a shaman, which by the way, she was not very good, I don't think. Anyhow, she came in with this like shell that had sage, but from far away, Leslie thought she was sacrificing a dove and then started writing down, in the name of Jesus, I renounce you. I did everything on that show. We cuddled. I feel like there were other things that happened that you were like, oh my God, my parents can never know about this.
We had on the woman that gives blowjob classes, and we were discussing like all the ways to do it and that sort of thing. I wouldn't say, you know, I'm a little loosey goosey because I'm still with Schmigs, but I'm getting a little bit more progressive. I'm progressive in the sheets. Yeah, for now.
Wow, okay, so you're like letting your hair down. I feel like you're getting to that spot. You know, you're 26. And yep. I feel like, 27 will be here. And then I feel like you're going to have this real, renaissance, if you will, heading to 30.
Oh, we're going into the Renaissance period. Okay. Some Bridgerton sex.
Absolutely. And I hope it's with Schmigs. I really do. But I mean, all bets are off. When you hit like 27, 28, you really do go through this total change. Like I can't even explain it to you. You really begin to find yourself, like things that you would put up with in your past that you don't want. Like maybe you selectively drink and do drugs. Like it's not willy-nilly anymore. You know? I mean, I'm talking to my girl here.
You're starting to think about your actions maybe and how that there's going to be repercussions later on. Okay.
You usually start thinking about therapy, 28, 29, 30. You're like, okay, my old ways aren't working. Like I'm still sort of attracting some toxic people, some of the right people, but why not more of the right? You know what I mean? I think you're coming to that.
Yeah, and what I love about our new age is that we're giving millennials so much more time to find themselves. You know, I feel like my parents, they had to be like ready to go at 20 years old. But us, we're hanging out in our parents' home till we're 35.
Girl, take your time.
We're like, who are we? We're taking our time.
Look at Schman and I. I mean, we're headed towards 40 and finally getting it together. Finally.
I just want everyone to know, I wanted to preface the show by saying I am so freaking excited. I'm going to be an aunt. I bought baby clothes. I'm loving your journey. Your gorgeous pregnant baby bump. Like, I'm so sad that I don't get to feel it because y'all know I would be feeling her bump up on the show if we were allowed to.
Because you genuinely love babies. Like your mom, that's how she made her whole living. She ran a daycare forever in DC. So you like grew up with children around, like your mom's a baby expert. I know. And it's such a bummer. Like I can't see you. I'm completely in COVID paranoia. So I'm like, I have
You have to be.
I know. It just sucks. I have 12 weeks to go. I'm a little over 20.
Oh my God.
Is that crazy?
That is so soon. Oh my God. When you say it like that, you know?
12 weeks. So I feel like I just can't like go anywhere because I'm like, oh fuck, what if like, we've had like 2 close COVID calls. So I'm like, okay, I have to just stay home, which is so boring.
It is so boring. And I know, like, that's why I think I'm getting progressive in the bedroom because I'm so bored. I'm so dingle-dangle bored. I'm not allowed to go anywhere.
I love it. You're like having butt sex. You're like, what else is there to do? Like, I am ready.
You know you're bored when you're resorting to butt sex. You're like, oh my God, what else is there to fill our time?
AJ, we have so much to catch up on because like we were going to do the charcuterie chateaus or whatever before Christmas. But honest to God, girl, I did not have the fucking energy to go out and get like the cracker walls and all this stuff. Like I was like beat. So we never did that. And then I'm like, we have to have you back on to find actually. And one of the catalysts was recently you went live with fucking Claudia Conway, Kellyanne Conway's daughter, right? She hosted some sort of talent show on her IG. And I hope to God you won.
Oh, thank you. I felt so weirded out because all of her followers are 2 years old. So
like
everybody's
16,
like, who are you? Get off the live. There was so much shade. I was like, guys, Jesus, I didn't know I was ancient. But all these young kids, like 18-year-olds, 16-year-olds, they think I'm old.
Who are you?
Yes, but she recognized me from TikTok and she brought me into her live. It was so funny and random. And I had people text me like, you were just in Claudia's live. I can't believe that she has made such an image for herself. I love it. Just from being Kellyanne's daughter. Isn't that amazing?
But how do you feel about this latest round where she went viral, where she recorded her mom basically saying, like, you're lucky that I, like, believe in pro-life? You know, it's like, oh, shit. But then, okay, here's my thing. AJ, when you went live with her, does she look like she sleeps in an enclosed trampoline? I'm more concerned about that. When she's on TikTok, she's like on this trampoline with some sort of mesh round, like, covering. I'm like, do I call CPS? Do I like bring a fifth of vodka over and party with these guys? I'm so fucking confused. And did you see the latest video? She's like, hi, everyone. I'm going to take a break again. I don't want any of my family members to get in trouble. I'm like, girl, what? This is your third rodeo of trending on Twitter. Why? What do you think is going to happen?
The train has left El Stacione, okay? Like, it's been done. I don't know why she takes break. I don't even know what the point of taking a break is because... Hello. She'll be back real soon.
She will. Anyway.
And she really does live in like some type of satanic lair. I don't know what is. Her bed sheets are black. She's got this mesh thing. She's got the TikTok lights up. I am a little worried about her.
Me too.
She seemed totally fine in the live. She's a bit ADD. So she would talk about something and then be like, oh, and then like go crazy. I don't know. These Gen Xers, these Gen Zers, they've got so much ADD. I don't know what. They've got the attention span of a gnat.
Now, another question follow-up. Have you ever heard back from Barstool? Because I haven't heard a peep.
No. You know what they're doing? You know what really grinds my gears?
What chaps your ass?
What chaps my ass is that they never called us back. And now our dude is trying to be a philanthropist and give back to communities. Okay. How much of a fraud is that?
Well, he saved Freddie's Beach Bar, which is like legendary DC, Crystal City spot. And did you see Martin's Tavern where you and I have been for lunch in Georgetown? He bailed them out.
I saw that too, which is surprising that they need help because I feel like they've got that old money.
Right? Five generations. But did you see how hot that the daughter is that's supposed to going to take over? Did you see that? Like she started trending.
Yes, girl. I believe it. She looked gorgeous, and she was the face of the family. She's like, it's been in our family for 5 generations, and she's about to go on OnlyFans.
I was thinking, bitch, I could get a relief package as well if I looked like that.
Thank you.
Where? But I have to say I follow him. So I do see there's some ugly people on his, that he's helping out too. So I guess he doesn't discriminate there. But anyway, I hope he gets around to checking his email because we sent some killer ideas. So, I hope he can get off this philanthropy thing and back to getting us a gig.
Honestly, what the hell? It's crazy to me because I thought it was just a publicity stunt. Like he's on all news stations across the nation. I feel like this is all just for the attention, which is terrible to say, but he's helping people, so I'll throw him a bone.
It's whatever the motivation, it's genius, and it really is helping. And it's sad, how decimated restaurants have truly been. They cannot catch a break. So, he seems to be the one person truly walking the walk. So I got to give him a ton of credit. I just would also like to work there. We could be out helping the relief fund as well. Thanks.
We would be all over that. Are you kidding me? I would be over with Jose Andres, giving out sandwiches. I would love to be. It's like accept us. But that ship has sailed on to bigger and better. Once I get rejected twice, I think I just call it quits and I move on. I'm offended.
Well, you are on to bigger and better because we'll have to catch up. We need to talk about your CBS comedy talent program that you're a part of. That's, we're finally going to be able to see some of your work. I can't wait. I feel like we've seen snippets, but, we haven't seen the full reveal. Also, you got botox for the first time. We need to discuss. I cannot believe this. You're so young and gorgeous. You need no tox.
You need none of the talks. Well, see, I got kind of bamboozled. You know when you walk into those places and they're like,
"Oh, I'm like, pump me up."
Yes. And all the ladies are gorgeous. And the lady that was doing my Botox, she is from Russia. So she was like this gorgeous Russian little nurse. And she's looking at my face and she's like, "You're gorgeous, but we could put little stuff to get rid of the 11 there." And the 11, as you guys know, is when you do your grimace, your frown face. It's these little lines
between the eyes. Yeah.
Between the eyes. And so I said, "Hey, I do comedy. I want to still be able to give emotions." So she took that into account. But let me say, I still have the 11s. Why are they there?
How long does this take to kick in? I mean, it should be kicked in. Like when I've gotten it, I feel like it froze pretty quick. Like
That's
it was really
why I'm surprised.
Yeah, and could you feel it like under your skin and stuff? Like I could really feel. I wonder if they gave you enough.
They probably were skimpy with that. What is crazy, it's this new place. I'm not even going to give them a shout out because they didn't pay me. What is crazy is that she said it was I got it on Thursday. Okay. And she said it was going to take 3 days to take effect. And I didn't get the dye sport or the D sport, which I guess you're supposed to see within a day, but it doesn't last as long.
Okay.
So yes. And I was close to getting fillers, but I got 20, what is it called? 20
cc's.
20 cc's and on my forehead and my 11s. And I said, "Well, I've got other problem areas." She's like, "We're only giving you 20 today." I said, "Okay, Anastasia. Okay. I want more," but they were doing a promo package, so I could only get 20. But they said once I get in it, I'm going to be addicted. I don't know.
You will. It's amazing. But just, I know you're also moving to LA, which we'll talk about, which I'm so excited about because I'm moving to LA as well. Now, What year? I am not certain, but it's really
in this century, we don't know.
I mean, every month that I wait, it seems like Los Angeles County seems to get worse and worse. So I guess I have no idea. Now I'm here until the baby's born, at least.
Yes.
But I'm so excited about this because it would literally be like, all of my faves from the East Coast will have now moved to Los Angeles. But I am worried for both of us because people seem to move there and then you don't recognize it. Like they do have so much work done.
I'm worried about that because they'll probably tell me I need to lose weight, which is sad. They'll probably tell me I need a lot of work.
I don't think they will. You look very skinny. You look like you've lost weight, actually.
Oh, no. No,
really?
The quarantine. Well, I haven't really been working out because we can't really go to gyms and it's too damn cold to run. I'm so over the cold weather.
Well,
I'm ready for LA.
Here we go.
I'm ready for LA. Yeah. Do you think you'll get a lot of work done when you go out there?
Well, I have to say that recently I've been really discouraged by it because I watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake and it's so bad. And like, I feel like everywhere I look now that I see these examples of women not even resembling their former self. And the saddest part is people will do like before and afters, even Sylvester Stallone. Like I cannot look at Sly Stallone. Like it's I can't.
I know. I know.
How are you a movie legend and then you let somebody do that to your face? He looks like someone took a blowtorch to him. So
that is so sad, but so true.
I feel like, I don't know what's happening, but I feel like maybe through quarantine, because people are bored, they've actually gotten more work done. And it's such an extreme that I'm like, I can't live like that. Like No, I have to be a moderate example. Like moderation.
People need to follow my example. I totally agree. I completely agree. And I actually think that authenticity is really like a growing thing nowadays.
Do you think? Because I say that to myself every year and then the most inauthentic people make it. Like, it's just like, don't you? I mean, I do. Like, I say that to myself and then they do a whole new Housewives with people who are completely filled. I'm like, so much for authenticity this year.
Right. And then they have my girl Heather, who is my favorite one on Real House of Salt Lake City. My favorite by far. But she owns like a whole Botox bar, basically. And like that's her brand, isn't it?
Yes. And I can't deal with the face. Like it's the worst walking advertisement. It's so tight and puffed. And like when they go to cry and like nothing comes out, it's just like, oh. I mean, isn't it?
It was the scene where the woman who is Assalamu alaikum, bitches. God, what is her name? She's the married to the basketball coach.
Jen. Isn't it Jen?
Jen. Yes. Okay. So that scene where she's crying on the bed with her husband, trying to have a heart to heart.
Oh,
baby. All I could think about was it's a like a, oh my God, nothing moves. Nothing moves. But I'm really into this. I'm really into this new franchise. I do have to say, I love the Salt Lake City.
Oh, I mean, hold on one second. I'm bringing up a picture of Jen because I can't take it. I mean, the pictures, it's just like,
yeah,
it's so bad. Okay, here she is.
Oh, that one has got to be edited. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
No, don't you think that's really how she looks with all the Botox?
It is true. It is true. And I love that her husband thinks that she's like very chill and respectful when she is loud and quite the opposite.
But have you seen the throwback? She was beautiful, like beautiful. And then yeah. She just like went crazy with this Botox.
I know. And that's what's so sad is when they do the before and afters and we all say like, oh my God, they're more beautiful before.
And I have to tell you, I even go back and look at Joan Rivers. Like when Joan Rivers was 40, 41, yes. 42, she was gorgeous. And then like, I don't know, I guess towards 50, it just like, she just went all in and it's just so sad. It's like too much. Anyhow, there's my warning.
It becomes a point when it does get too much. And believe me, you better slap me across the face if I ever, because I still want to stay, relatively somewhat the same. I don't want to go crazy, but I do have a little bit of an addictive personality. So
oh my God.
I can see it happening.
Please,
I can see it happening.
Let's get you addicted to acai bowls instead. I mean, something. All right, let me do a commercial. Then we're going to talk some pop culture stories. We got to talk an update about your life, and all the pregnancy updates. Today's show is brought to you by ShipStation. ShipStation's amazing. And actually, Andrea, you're going to have to make the switch because if you are an online retailer and you sell stuff online, you're definitely in for the right business when you sign up for ShipStation. More people are shopping online than ever through the pandemic. That means a lot of orders coming in and a lot of orders going out. They'll ship extra fast when you sign up for ShipStation. It's easy and super fast to manage. You can ship orders from all of your sales channels faster, cheaper, and efficiently. Import orders, any sales channel, and then ship with any carrier so you can shop around for the best price. You'll even get access to amazing discounts with major carriers, including UPS, FedEx, USPS. Easily compare carriers and choose the best solution every single time. It's no wonder ShipStation has more 5-star reviews than any other shipping software. So ship more in less time. Just use my offer TSFS to get a 60-day free trial. That's 2 months free, no hassle, stress-free shipping. Go to ShipStation.com. Click on the microphone at the top of the page and type in TSFS. That's ShipStation.com. Enter offer code TSFS. Boom! Make ship happen. We're all about that. And then our guy who we love, Dr. Will Neem, who's been with us for a long time from Horizon Fibroids, he is taking on new patients right now. Even through COVID, they're adhering to strict COVID protocol. But if your fibroids are bothering you, it's nuts. I know 2 women who are having babies and their fibroids are acting up. Lots of times your OBGYN is not up to date on the latest treatments that are non-surgical. So you need to make an appointment, horizonfibroids.com. Tell him the Sarah Fraser Show sent you. You can actually sign up for a consultation and find out if they accept your insurance right on his website, horizonfibroids.com. By the time we're 50, ladies, 80% of us will have a fibroid, some of us more severe than others. Don't wait until the pain gets extreme, or like some women even can be pregnant and have like a cantaloupe size fibroid. It's crazy. So then after you give birth, you have to deal with that. Make sure your fibroids are under control because they can impact your fertility. Go to horizonfibroids.com. All right. Okay, let's talk some pop culture stories and then we'll talk like your life because I need a full update. But you've been tweeting and not really tweeting, but no one tweets. But you IG story about Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker. Are they Andrea? We have to hear your Kourtney impression, but do you think these two are legit dating?
I'm going off of many confirmed sources that says they are in fact dating and have been for a while. It was on the DeuxMoi account, so I feel as though we have somewhat of a confirmation.
You think it's legit? Okay.
Now, Do I think that he is her type? Not at all. I would have never guessed it. If he was on a lineup with like 10 other men, NBA stars, actors, random Joe Schmo from Starbucks, I would have never chosen Mr. Barker.
Aren't they the oddest couple? I mean, honestly,
oddest.
What could they possibly have? Now, of course, I've read the stories too that they've been neighbors in Calabasas for like years. Like, they've hung out, so they're vacationing together at Kris Jenner's place in Palm Springs. But I agree with you, the oddest of couples.
There was a couple articles saying that they both have that reality star television bond because, he had that reality star with his wife, his ex-wife now.
Yeah, Shannon Moakler or whatever her name was.
And I just looked her up. She's as gorgeous as ever. And she kind of threw some shade at the Kardashians because someone asked her, what do you think? And she's like, well, I'm not really a fan of the Kardashians, so I don't know what even to say.
Oh, the shade of it all.
The shade of it all.
But,
and now...
Yeah, go ahead.
You're saying you're surprised that she's not back with Scott. Like, we for sure thought that was happening.
Okay, so this is my legit question to you is, as a Kourtney aficionado, why do you think I'm shocked. At this point, I thought we would get a Scott reconciliation because I really thought all of these people that they've both been dating from Sophia Richie to Delilah Hamilton or whatever, I really thought it was all kind of an act. And now that the show is dying down, that they would be back together.
I completely thought that too, and I thought it would have been a great storyline, if nothing else, for the reconciliation to happen. But if I'm gonna bring Kourtney in now, Kourtney, yeah, it's just like he's had so much young the JJ. It's just like I just don't want him to come back to me and tell me that I have like wrinkles down there. I don't know.
She's headed to what, 41 or 42?
I think 42.
Stunning. She looks great.
Stunning. Yeah. Now,
the right amount of work.
Exactly. That's what I always say. She posted a bikini picture. She looks like she's 20. She looks younger than me.
She looks so young. She looks fabulous. I love. How is everyone loving your Kourtney impression? I mean, when you're doing your CBS talent showcase, do you just bring that out all the time and then everyone eats your ass? Like, I mean, it's so good. Like, is that what they're doing at CBS?
I always say this, it's beating a dead horse for me because I've been doing this impression for years. And so when someone sees it for the first time, they love it and they want more. And that's how I think I got big on TikTok, but I think it's losing its steam. And my cousin always said, he's like my temporary manager, my cousin.
I love your cousin.
He's all in the know. He's like, you've got to give more. But yeah, there's definitely Kourtney in the CBS sketches.
Wait,
they did love that.
When he says you've got to give more, what does he mean? Like keep going more with Kourtney or like do other things?
He means diversify. He says that I stick with Kourtney so much and I don't give love to the other people that I do, but I really have been trying. Like I'll do Jennifer Coolidge, but he's saying I need to do people that are like really trending, like up and coming TikTok stars. And he thinks that's the key is that I'm doing like a set of 5 women and I'm not giving it as much life as it could be beyond those 5 women.
Give us Teresa, but you've now started doing Teresa Giudice, which is so good. Hi guys. It's just obviously I'm horrible at impressions, but I just love I watch them that you do, and then I try to sit there and I'm just like, oh my God. And you've got the forehead down because she has like a little like an inch of forehead. It's great.
Yeah, her hairline is so low that basically she doesn't have a forehead. And now she's working with Jew Oven and she's doing all kinds of different cookies and chicken. And you guys know I'm in the gym every day. And so I eat healthy and I use June Oven. And so now I've been doing Teresa. I'm like, okay, that's diversity, right? And he's like, no, you're sticking to reality stars and Bravo. And he says I need to get out of that circle.
Who are you going to imitate on TikTok? Trisha Paytas? You don't have enough acne. I mean, it's like, I'm fucking addicted to Trish. But I mean, how do you even imitate that? Like, I'm sorry, you don't eat that much garbage food and you're not breaking out all the time.
What I would do is probably go do some meth in a back alley. No, I'm just kidding. I have respect for Trisha only in the fact that she knows how to build up suspense and build content.
Amazing.
But other than that, I really don't think she's a good person. And I really don't even get her. But I would overline my lips to I would just put like a big puffer fish on my lips. I would get my roots. I would get a wig that looks disheveled. And then I would go to like Pizza Hut and order the 10-tier box and just eat in my car.
Okay, I think it would be epic. I mean, honestly, yes. I'm with your cousin on that.
Okay, so we're going to add Trisha into the rotation. I got it.
I mean, I don't know. We're going to have to put prosthetics on your face to make it look that wide. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, I adore, she's a dream guest. I mean, it makes no sense, and that's what I love about it. It's like, this is going nowhere except for just trolling everybody, and yet I'm in.
And yet we still want to watch her eat chicken onion rings in her car.
I have to say I don't anymore. I'm actually so disturbed by it. Like because obviously I was an emotional eater and binge eater and yo-yo dieter. So I find it so disturbing. Like I want to jump through the TikTok so badly and grab the food and just be like, please, for a week, can we just eat healthy? Like you're so amazing. And I feel like you're just almost killing yourself with food. It's awful.
Do you think that she's binging, or do you think that she's doing it now because she thinks it's actually for the views? So it's not like she could stop if she wanted to.
I think it's part of her neuroses. Like I think what makes her really great is she is truly authentic in a very dramatic way, right? So that, like there's always drama with a boyfriend. There's drama on her frenemies podcast. I think that's just truly who she is. But I think the food, like she's never really addressed the food issues, and now it's part of the brand. So it's almost like if she didn't eat and binge eat all the time, like it would be, you know what I mean? It's almost like when comics that are fat start out and get famous and then they lose weight. It's like somehow the magic goes. It sucks.
It's like Adele.
Like Adele. Do you think she's going to be able to come back and have like great music? Because I wonder that.
I do too. I think her pipes though are like angelic. So no matter what weight she is, I think she'll still have those pipes, but I don't know if she'll be sad. You know, we need a sad Adele.
I know. Well, Jennifer Hudson lost weight and she's been able to like transcend. She's been able to keep that career.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. She's a good example.
All right, let's talk Martha Stewart, where did she originally post these thirst traps? Oh my God, she's stunning. I have a theory on this, by the way.
You do? These were originally posted to Instagram, her Instagram.
I think she's actually auditioning for Real Housewives of New York. I really do. I think she was shooting a scene for Real House. And here's why
my gosh.
Here's why I'm going to tell you this. I believe this because I think Bravo is getting a little bit desperate in their Housewives franchises. The ratings are not good. They really were not that great for Salt Lake City, even though they've tried to pretend that they are. Real Housewives of Orange County is trash. It's going away. Who would be like, someone has to come and be a name, almost like Denise Richard was for Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Okay, cue Martha Stewart. How amazing would she be?
Cue Martha Stewart. It's so funny when I saw this story. She's always trending because she stays relevant and she knows how to stay relevant. And I don't even think she really knows how, but she still does it and makes her relevant. Like, I don't think she meant to post these and go anywhere. Her pool photo, it just happened and everyone went crazy. She would be a perfect housewife. And I almost thought she should have her own reality show because I would totally tune in for that.
I don't think she's compelling enough because she and Snoop tried to didn't they do something together?
They did that cooking show, yeah.
And maybe it's still on, but I could give two shits. So I feel like she's not dramatic enough on her own, but in situations, she's like queen bitch. So like she would just be telling people like how bad their house was, their cooking was. You know what I'm saying? Like she would be that great voice and like she's probably trying to date and it's awkward.
I think that's compelling. See, I would want to see a whole show about her with her flower guy. You know, she's got a whole gardener who's so hot. He lives at her property. And I want to see her with her team. You know, she's got CBD gummies. So just like the whole Martha empire, I feel like would be a great premise for a show.
I agree. I feel like it'd be so amazing. By the way, you and I were laughing at this story. Okay, I know you're not going to be able to hear the audio, but in Phoenix, Arizona, this young couple buys a house in Phoenix. For one fucking solid year, they have a mirror in their bathroom that for some reason they never try to take off the wall. They never move. Okay, this giant mirror. A friend comes in and she goes, "Hey girl, you know that's like a double-sided mirror, right? Like your mirror should be able to come off the wall."
My God.
The husband and the wife take down the mirror. They realize behind there's 5 fucking cameras. Okay, listen to this.
This is my worst nightmare.
Is it? I don't think you're this dumb. This chick is like, there's a few screws loose. Like, you know?
Completely. After hearing her.
She's a couple peels short of a banana. I mean, she really is like, here we go. Let's see.
Precaution. And what's crazy is that a woman's the one that told us about the mirror and they thought it was two-way. And Annabelle tells me that she is going to make that area a pantry.
This is the best part, though. At the end, she goes, and Ariel tells me she's going to make that part a pantry. You guys, you have to Google this story. It's a Phoenix couple. They find a two-way mirror. This woman gives an empowering, it was hard to hear the audio. She gives this empowering talk to the reporter. And then at the end, the reporter goes, and Ariel tells us she's going to make this space a pantry. You're like... But did they contact the builder? Did they try to chase down the 5 fucking camera wires? What, bitch? That's what you're concerned is you're going to make it a pantry?
What they're concerned about what they're making it now. There's been no investigative work on this. This is the type of couple that buys a photo frame from Target and leaves the stock photo in the frame. They don't do any work. They just don't even, they're like, it's got a nice photo. It's black and white. It's there. They came into this house, didn't think anything of it when the mirror didn't come off the wall. It is beyond me.
Who buys a house and in your bathroom there's a mirror you can't move? You're not curious? Like for one solid year, they were completely flabbergasted when the neighbor was like, girl, it's a two-way.
She's like, concerned about her storage space for her food. She's like, I need a new pantry, and this is what we're going to turn it into. Also,
someone's been watching you take a shit for a year, and all you're worried about is where you're going to put your cereal? Like, I'd be like, oh, damn, this is embarrassing as fuck.
You're like, she probably blew a couple, had some bowel movements in there, and all. Like, why would these? It's in the first floor bathroom. Why wouldn't they connect it to a bedroom bathroom where they would actually see stuff?
My thing is like, I just think about if this happened to Schman and me, the amount of time that we spend picking our nose, it's actually embarrassing. Like I will sometimes catch him and I'll just time him and it's like 2 minutes he'll be fishing up there. I'm like, thank God no one can see us. Yes. He'll like dig and dig.
Does he ever get anything? Maybe, he is so, what's the word? He's like very A-type personality and very thorough. So I feel like he will not stop digging until he finds something in there.
That nose is clean. Like he won't stop until every book has been removed. And then sometimes like I'll catch both of us picking our nose at the same time. I'm like, no, we can't do this. Like we can't. And like,
we can't.
No, and he's in there. He's in the bathroom for like 25 minutes. Could you imagine a two-way? They'd have so much footage on him.
Have you ever gone into one of those Ripley Believe It or Nots and seen the two-way mirror? And when you finish, like you end up on the other side of
the two-way. Yes. And you're watching people come in. Yes.
And they tell you to do all these funny faces. So that's immediately what I thought about. And so after seeing that, I go into like restaurant bathrooms or like if I'm getting a wax or something and I go to the bathroom, I always think that it's a two-way mirror.
Me too. And that's why when I'm getting a wax and I feel like I know they're filming my vagina, I always try to make it look cute. Like I was like one leg up or like one leg down. I'm always like, okay, like best like, yeah. And I have to go for one more vagina wax before I give birth because I can't go in there just like with this massive bush and them trying to like find the baby.
Women leave bushes all the time. Like, that's why I'm so interested in knowing why an OBGYN, like, yes, you want to help the new life, but you have to see so many bushes.
I don't know how they do it either. It's truly a calling because I agree because wouldn't you say, like, I bet they see women with, like, the longest pubic hair. Like
the longest.
Halfway
and it's
down
wet.
their leg and wet. Oh!
It's like a Cabbage Patch baby coming out of a leaf of lettuce.
Remember when we were like an empowering female show?
And we're talking about how pubic hair reminds us.
And now we just shame women every chance we get. Shame.
I think the bush is back. I think the bush is back for sure.
No.
But so wait, you're going to go and get a wax like how soon before the birth?
Well, you know what's really funny is being pregnant. So my fingernails grow like crazy, but my hair has not grown. It's the first time you've seen me with a full mustache, basically.
A full mustache?
You've seen my stash. It's like been so slow to grow. So like, and even my hair, like it's growing so slowly. So, I mean, I'm assuming just probably because like in general, the baby takes up like a ton of nutrients. So the rest of your body is not producing, like even my leg hair. I think I honestly, since being pregnant, have shaved my legs 4 times. Like, and there's no hair on them. Yes. My hair is like not growing.
But your nails are. That's so surprising.
But my nails grow to the point, like I would say every 3 days I have to clip them. And one nail will grow really long. It's really
Holy crap. Oh my God. You've got like claws over there.
I have like one cocaine nail and like it's just like always growing. Yeah.
Okay, and I know Schman's got you on a very healthy diet of smoothies. You guys need to replace your blender. You've got a $300 coffee maker, but you've got duct tape on your blender.
Okay, let me just tell you this. Fucking Schman. Here, don't ever tell him that. So the last time I went to the OBGYN, they told me I was gaining too much weight and I needed to cut the sugar out. This motherfucker, he lays out, oh my God, he cuts up the amount of cookies that I can have for portion size. I'm like, okay, can you back the fuck up? Yeah, yesterday I had dessert two times in the day, and he was like, well, I don't mean to say anything, but, you're not supposed to have dessert twice. It's like, it's like.
He's keeping you to it.
Oh my God. He has nothing to do now but monitor my sugar intake.
You're supposed to have cravings. You're supposed to want a brownie at 3 a.m. What cravings are you having? You need to give life to those needs.
Well, it's funny. I haven't actually. So I would say now I'm craving sugar. Like at the start, I wasn't craving like any sugar.
I remember that.
He didn't like, my little guy did not like anything sweet. Like I didn't even want a cookie at night or anything. And then
I can't believe that.
I know, right? And I would say a month ago, like all of a sudden it kicked in. Like I'm like, oh my God, I could have ice cream every night. I don't know.
Yes.
So that would be my biggest. Yeah.
It's the ice cream.
But I'm trying not to like gain, because I've already gained close to 30, which was supposed to be my max. I probably gained 30. I go tomorrow for the
and
next.
You got 12 more weeks to go.
Yes,
oh,
girl.
Lord.
I know.
Oh, Lord.
They're going to be wheeling me in there. They're like,
how is it?
Yeah.
How is it walking around? Do you need to like sit down a lot because it feels so heavy on your back?
It's beginning to get heavy. It wasn't like until I would say maybe the past 2 weeks. So at 20, now I'm 28 weeks in a couple days. And yes. And I find like if I try to bend over to get anything, it's like, it's really heavy. Like a lot of weight, going forward. Yeah.
Yes. I just saw you post on your story that you can't see your feet. So it's gotten to the point where you look down and it's just a belly.
And I can't see like my pubes at all. Like I'd have to go have them waxed. Like I can't even, like I couldn't even direct like a shaver down there without a mirror or something. Yeah.
I was going to say, pull a Courtney and Scott. Remember when Scott actually shaved her? And I said, Schman should get in there. He should get in the caves and excavate.
Schman would, but I don't know if I would trust Schman. Like, honestly, I mean, would you? Like, I don't know. I mean,
he's very meticulous, so I feel like he'd be very good down there.
He would, but Schman is so weird about any like bodily fluids. You know what I mean? Because we do not go to the bathroom in front of each other.
I can't believe that. I hope you're farting in front of him now.
I have
Thank
to.
God.
I have so much gas. I'm like, I can't help it. Like I'm like letting it like, and it's gas like when you get up, like you just let it out. So I have to fart in front of it. But he does not fart in front of me at all.
I can't believe that.
Isn't that
I feel
weird?
Like that, it is. I always say that's like a really big step for a couple because, well, it's sad to say. I guess I eat a lot of, I don't know, beans, but my farts are generally pretty stinky. So it was a really big deal when I let Schmiggy smell it for the first time, and he was not pleased.
Really? I feel like he'd actually be down. I don't know why, but I feel like something about Schmiggy seems like the smell wouldn't even bother him.
Yeah, he's a little rough and tough. Like, he's in the military, but no, he can still definitely smell when I've had Chipotle. For sure. You know that scene in that movie with Channing Tatum and the girl from Mean Girls, and they're in the car. She gets in an accident, and then, she loses her memory.
Yes. I don't know I know exactly the film you're talking about, but I don't know the name. But anyway.
Okay. Y'all know the film. So, when they're in the car and she farts and then he closes the windows because he wants to smell it. Okay. So I saw that and I said, ain't no goddamn way Schmiggy would do that. Close the windows and take in a whiff. Are you kidding me? I always wanted him to do that. I mean, that's the ultimate sign of love.
Oh my God. Okay. That would be awful. And by the way, you and Schmigs are still together. He's been defending our Capitol, right?
Y'all, my man's has been up in the Capitol with the National Guard. He is a part of the logistics team, so he's not on the front lines because he's a lieutenant, so he's been in a while. So he's doing all of the scheduling. He's doing the how many troops are coming in. He does all the planning with a smaller group. But he was telling me all of the inside scoop of what he's allowed to, of all the conspiracy theories that the National Guard has to be aware of, like the QAnon people. Absurd. And they are now going, I was telling you earlier, the plan is to have soldiers here until March 30th. So for Biden's 100 days. So if you're in the DMV area, you will be seeing soldiers for the next 100 days.
And does that basically mean most of the mall and Capitol will just remain closed? Like they're just going to keep that stuff blocked off? Or have they reopened it? I don't know.
I drove down there and it didn't seem, so they opened up the bridges again. So there'll still be traffic coming in and out of Virginia, but I don't know if they're gonna open back up all of the monuments, but I feel like they should keep them closed.
So what is some of the craziest conspiracies? Because the whole QAnon thing is basically the Democratic Party is allowing child sex trafficking to happen, and the Clintons and all that stuff. So is that the craziest one, or there's some other plots?
That is the craziest one. It's the satanic cult of the Democratic Party, and Trump was the savior. And now the people are realizing that Trump wasn't the savior. No, they're coming to realization. Yeah. And so they are on high alert. The National Guard is for suicide bombers. They're thinking that these people are going to self-destruct and
because they've realized that their cult leader, President Trump, is not coming to save them. In fact, he's gone down to Mar-a-Lago and
in fact
will live the life.
Golfing.
In fact, he's golfing and things have moved on.
And things have moved on. Yes. They're really thinking that these people feel betrayed. They feel confused, and they've still got all these thoughts in their heads, and they're not thinking clearly. And I was like, yeah, no shit. They're not thinking clearly.
You don't
Hello.
say. What was the first?
You don't say.
What was the first
it the
indicator?
guy that was in, the rhino horns and the fur at the Capitol? Was that it?
The nutsack with the zip ties that was dressed in military gear that showed up with a 60-year-old mom? Was that the tip-off? I mean, like, these people are
Darren really thought he was doing something. He's like, I've got my zip ties. We're going in, Mom. I
said it is going to be a very sad moment for some of these individuals. And I'm not saying they should not be punished. Of course they should. In fact, they're going to go to jail for a lot more time than Trump will ever do. And, but I said it's going to be a sad realization because they truly feel that he's the savior, that he was going to pardon them. And it's not going to happen. And what they've done is a huge federal crime. And, some of them are probably too mentally unstable to ever realize it. But others, like, they're going to wake up and, like, they'll have lost their families, their job. I mean, yeah.
That's the really sad part, is that they were kind of played by Trump, and Trump doesn't give a flying fadoodle about them. And they really thought that Trump was their bestie and had their back. But I'm really actually enjoying all the videos on Perez Hilton's page where they're trying to fly across country and they can't because they're on a no-fly list. And they're like, Trump is supposed to pardon me. Guess what? Trump didn't pardon Joe Exotic, and he's not pardoning your ass. I know. No.
If Joe Exotic can't get a pardon, and that dude had a limo and makeup artist waiting, he was certain that he was getting the pardon, and that shit didn't happen.
It's actually sad, but it is such good content. The fact that he had a limo outside waiting for him. Well, gosh darn it. I prepped. I had my people there. Camera, lights, action.
And the limo is so Joe Exotic because the truth is no one uses limos anymore. Exotic. Everybody comes in like a town car, or like an SUV, like the black SUV. Nobody uses the limo. But Joe Exotic.
What is this?
Well,
are we? Is it a 15-year-old birthday party?
Well, I mean,
is it prom?
I live out here in Leesburg, and there are two limos, stretch limos, always parked at the Roy Rogers, and I'm like, that's fitting. Like that is no one but a group of 15-year-olds stopping at Roy Rogers is booking a limo anymore.
Before prom, they've got to hit Roy Rogers. I would request a G-Wagon or a Tesla. What would you request to pick you up?
Oh, yeah. I feel like a Bentley or like a Maybach or like something like, you know what I mean? Like, I love like the Mercedes, like extended town car that they like show up in. You know what I mean?
Yes. Ooh, I love that. That's a good one.
The Cadillac black Escalade with tinted windows. Like, that's what people get picked up in now. Nobody does the limo. It's like, it's so 2008.
I'm surprised the Pope still uses the Pope Mobile. He should be suited and booted in a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Why are we still using the Pope Mobile?
I love it. Does he even
brand.
use that? I mean,
I think the last time he came through, he was in the Pope Mobile. And I just was like, that doesn't look very secure to me. I mean, maybe it is fiberglass, but...
Because wait a minute, I thought this Pope, our current Pope, refuses to do the fiberglass. He's like, whatever happens is like meant to be. Am I wrong?
Yes, you're right on that. You're right on that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't even need the shield. I have God, which
I don't need the shield. I have exactly.
I mean, you got a straight ticket, so like, I mean, I wouldn't use a shield either.
Me neither. Hey, we're the rest of us have to worry about hell.
Oh my God, bitch! I have missed you so much. I mean, how is your mom? You guys went to mass earlier.
I had to say, I had to move back the show recording because I said, we've got 12 o'clock mass scheduled. I'm sorry. Yep. So I am all is well. I am still in DC with plans with you to move to LA. And
Girl, I can't wait.
I cannot wait. One, I've got seasonal depression. Two, I'm feeling creatively stunted because ain't shit happening.
Nothing. And it sucks like you can't, I mean, it must be a little bit more entertaining for you, I guess, sort of, because you kind of get together with a Zoom group of other talent. But I don't know. Do you guys really work together and trade ideas or not really?
Well, sometimes we plan little Zoom get-togethers, like Zoom happy hours. And right now we finished filming, and there's half of the actual group lives in LA. So they were lucky enough and they got to film together and shoot everything, and they got to go on location. So I'm very sad that I missed that. And if I was living in LA, of course I would be a part of it. So that was the hard part. But yeah, we do collaborations together, and I'm with my family. So I feel like I don't live alone, but I really feel for the people that live alone and don't have really, someone to hug or talk to.
It's so depressing. And I even see it like with my mom in Maine. Like I just get so down for her. Like it's so hard for older people. I really want this vaccine to be like rolled out and people to have that option. And I don't know what the answer is. And it sucks because I'm with you. Like I am so excited. I'm like, we can move to LA together. But now I'm like, LA's, every time you look, it's like 2,000 people dying a day. You're like, what? It's crazy.
It's exactly the way New York was when they were really bad. LA is going through that now. But I do think like give it 6 months and we're kind of like looking in the June, July range to move. I feel as though with the vaccine rolling out, I think June and July is a good time for us. I feel like the things will be figured out by then. I hope
so too. Otherwise, I'm taking a gig down in Raleigh, North Carolina, where I've been offered.
Yes, I'll be still. I've been got so tired of doing everything in my room. We have a spare bedroom in the house, and I begged my parents. I said, "Can I turn this into a studio?" So I've been working down from here, and it's kind of kept me busy. I've been painting, so it's been like kind of a little project I'm working on. But it's so funny because like in 6 months, I'm out of here, folks, and I don't know what they're going to do with this room.
I know.
I'm out.
Me too. I'm actually enjoying this time. Like, I'm trying to just go, okay, this is like a really great time to like, incubate a healthy baby. And, normally, me, like I'm working like insane and 7 days a week.
Yeah.
So I've really taken this time to like just take off days with Schman and just rest. And I'm like, okay, this is like your opportunity to just have this healthy baby you've wanted. So all the new LA stuff, all that stuff will come, like just like get him here and get like a month or two situated, and then it will all come together.
It really is a blessing because I feel like a lot of women don't get to really live in that pregnancy moment because a lot of them are working and they're busy, but you really have. It's actually, it's a silver lining.
Totally silver lining. And I don't know how women do it, like going to work, like nurses and stuff, and being pregnant. It is so exhausting. Your feet hurt at times. Like so I just feel really, really lucky that, I'm able to like do my work at home and Schman's here. And so, it's just crazy. But anyway, girl, I've missed you so much. I am so glad that you're back. I love everything that you're doing. I love following all of your stuff. You've also launched a merch line.
We clearly, I've been very,
which you're kind of starting to remind me of Paul. Like it's because every time I peep your story now, it's like, hi guys, now I have a candle out that smells like Carol's blonde hair and everything. Like every time I see it, I'm like, okay, the Paul is taking full effect.
Paul is taking full effect. Well, he's in London, so someone has to fill his shoes here. And it's so funny because, like I feel like when we have a lot of time, I had that saying that I always said in this economy. And I was just sitting on this, I feel like, not $1 million idea, but maybe $100 idea. And I was like, I've got to make a merch line. So I did it, and I'll be hawking all my shit just like Paul. Cannot wait. Wait for a book though. I've got to get a book out. Then I'll be really Paul.
I can tell. Like I just see, I see it like every time. I love it. I'm so proud of you. Like this is what I also wanted my show to be about, is like developing and like launching talent and to work with people that go on and like create amazing things and become famous as well and do all these things. And like, I feel like it's happening. You, Irene, obviously our dear friend Paul. I mean, so many great things. I mean,
you definitely cultivated Paul's career. He would have his people call us right now if he heard us saying that. He'd be like, oh,
sweetie,
I made you.
And I mean, oh, that's
Sweetie.
true. Yes, he did make us. You're right. Actually, I forgot about that. I mean, I wish we could have him on more, but he has like a rinky-dink iPad over there in London that like, I mean, he's always like, he's like, can you hear me? Can you? I'm like, no, your sound is gone. I can't. Like, get a fucking computer.
Get a computer, you know, with all that money that he has. I'm like, get a computer. We need you on the show. I miss him dearly, but it seems like he's doing well.
I think he's doing great
Over
in his
London.
man. We have to do like a reunion show though. With
yes.
all of us, because apparently his love life is like he and Gary are doing terrific. So we need a check-in. Like, I feel like after the baby's born, we almost need, a Hey Frage, like a former Hey Frage reunion. You, Irene, Paul, myself. Like, where are they now?
Where are they now? I would really love to surprise him in London and like knock on his little flat door and just surprise the shit out of him and see what he does. Wouldn't that be amazing? It's like, and we take camera crews and we're like, okay, Inside Edition. We're surprising. We're ambushing Paul Warden.
What if he's not there? What if we go to the flat and he's not there?
Oh, we just make ourselves at home. We start cooking up one of those healthy meals that he's always hawking.
What if it was a green screen and he's really just over here in DuPont Circle? Like, what if he's been next door to you the whole time? And then we're like, wait a minute. It's like the chick with the two-way mirror.
Yes, it's been a green screen the whole damn time. Oh, that would be so rich. I would pay for that to be the storyline.
Oh my God. Oh God. Anyway, Mama, I love you. We're going to be able to see some of your CBS stuff because you're going to drop that. The merch line, of course, if you go to Andrea Lopez Comedy on your Instagram, the link is right there. Our girl, I adore Taylor Strucker so much. You're on her show weekly where people can find you.
Friday co-host. It is a subscription-based show, so it's I believe $5.99 a month, but it's everyday 2-hour radio show, and they've got some great line of people as the co-host.
She's amazing. I can't wait till this is over so we can go hang out with Taylor and Taylor.
They've got a gorgeous apartment in Jersey City. They're always drinking, and they are just living the life. Like. She has a great life. Now, they actually are engaged. They're planning a wedding. And the first thing they're doing is they are looking for a sperm donor. And if you guys don't know, it's Taylor Strecker. And she was married to a man and she calls him husband. She got divorced and she started dating a coworker, and they're now engaged, and she's a lesbian and she has a radio show, and it's an insane story.
She became well known though because she was on SiriusXM on their Cosmo channel, and they actually had hired her to have like kind of a morning show to lead their SiriusXM show. And she was there for, I think, how many years? 6 years? 7 years did she work there? Or was it that long? Yeah, it was a while.
It was a while. Yes. She was on for a really long time. And then there was a really big controversial, they let her go. And she kind of picked herself up by the bootstraps and then started her own radio show. And yeah, it reminds me like we all run in the same circles. Like Definitely. She really reminds me of ourselves who like work really hard and like really try to make our own thing. And
there's a lot of parallels, and I can't wait to see her. So wait, who's going to carry the baby? They're going to do a sperm donor. And is Taylor wants to get pregnant, or wait, or the other
Taylor Donahue? It's both Taylor and Taylor. It's so confusing, but so it's Taylor Donahue. We call her TD. So TD will be the one that's carrying. Because I asked Taylor Strecker, and she's like, "Are you kidding me?
Oh,
I am not carrying the baby." And I was like, "Oh, I was surprised. I really was." But I think Taylor Donahue is younger, and she also naturally has like a really fast metabolism. So Taylor Strecker's like, that bitch is going to gain the weight and then she's going to lose it. I will gain the weight and never lose it. So Taylor Donahue, it will be holding the baby. I think they'll be probably doing that in the next 3 years.
I can't wait. Well, Andrea Lopez, you are always amazing. I cannot wait to move to Los Angeles with you. Oh my God, we're going to have so much fun. That's the reality show.
That is a reality show. And if that don't get picked up, well, I'm about to show up at Selling Sunset's office.
Girl,
and we're going to get on something.
We'll do the female version of Entourage. You know,
Thank you.
like you'll get this Comedy Central gig or something, and then we'll do basically the female version of Entourage, which has not been done.
It has not been done. Okay, start writing that down. Write that down, Sarah. Every time we get together, write that down. We need a
female Entourage show.
Entourage.
And Mark Wahlberg needs to produce.
Oh, well, have you seen his schedule? I mean, we'll have to squeeze it in at 3 a.m. when he's awake. Mark Wahlberg is...
Oh my God, Marky Mark.
Marky Mark. But we do need him.
Age, I love you so much. It's so good to catch up. We will see you very soon. Hugs, kisses, you guys. Everybody knows where to follow her. All the TSFS fans. But follow her, Andrea Lopez Comedy on IG and on TikTok. Bye,